which was passed, and I became the chairman of that committee, and we started the process of constitutional review, ending up with a new constitution. I'm the one who appointed Yashpal Gai as the chairman of the Constitutional Review Commission, and appointed all those commissioners. So then, when we were in Bomas, Kenyans came from all parts of the country to discuss the Kenya we want. And views emerged at Bomas. People came from each and every district. There were 3 representatives. One must be an opposite gender. That's how we structured it. And we spent months at Bomas of Kenya and came up with what considered the will of the people of Kenya. Because first they started by public education of the people of Kenya. What is a constitution? How does it affect you? How can you benefit from a good constitution? So there are these public forums which were held, chaired by Professor Gai and his team, across the country. It is one that actually opened up the eyes of the people of Kenya. That's why Kenyans are the most conscious people who understand what a constitution is about. Then, after that, now we came up with the draft. But there were people who were opposing the structures that we are trying to introduce, particularly one, devolution. Devolution was opposed very seriously by the national government here. They don't want to let power go. But this devolution, I came about it when I was a shadow minister for local government. In those days, in Parliament, you were the minister and you were the shadow in the opposition. So the shadow minister of local government. In that capacity, I went around the world. I went to Britain and looked at how their local government was working. England is a unitary system. Wales, they have a Wales Assembly. It's a devolved system. Scotland is a federal system. In Japan, they have a devolution system that worked very well. And that's the model that impressed me. And that is what we brought here. And we had 14 regions in the devolved system. But those who are at the center did not like it. They did not like devolution, and also did not like the structure of the executive. That's why after we passed it in Bomas, they went to court and stopped the commission from presenting it to Parliament. And then they took it to Kilifi, bastardized it, the senator from Kilifi here. Bastardized it. And then what they brought here, to the Qatar. Tunambia yule msichana mrembo tulitoka naye kule Bomas mlipeleka wapi? Yeye mmeleta yule ambaye MSICHANA mkamwambukiza UKIMWI. Mnaleta hapa hatutaki. Sasa, so you post it. That's where bananas and the oranges emerged. And in the end, when we went to the referendum, we defeated that draft constitution, So we did not have the constitution. We went for elections, divided, and you guys now are old enough to have been there in 2007, 2008. You saw what happened in this country. You saw what happened, what they did. And of course, they were determined not to have us take power. And the chairman of the Electoral Commission was moved at a gunpoint to go and swear my opponent, whom I had defeated hands down. Now we went on, and eventually in that arrangement we insisted that we must have a new constitution. We ended up with this kind of new constitution. Most important feature here is devolution. But because they did not want devolution, they decided to make them so tiny, small, so that they can be controlled from the center. From 14 that we had at the regional bombers, they ended up with now 47 counties. You see? South Africa has only 9